And hello everyone, how are you all doing? Welcome back. Excuse me. Had a frog stuck in my throat. Welcome back to our Let's Play Dark Souls series. You might remember we are here in the Undead, Firelink Shrine. We left the Northern Undead Asylum, took care of the Asylum Demon, and now we'll be moving on up this way. You might recall I said the other path over there with all the gravestones and those skeletons, you can go there, but only if you... because there's a weapon you can get pretty early on for some builds that is really good, but it's nothing I'm going to use, so... just avoid this guy. I don't know why I'm not able to get a cheeky backstab with this. Come on. Okay, fair enough. Gotta be careful because there's a guy there tossing firebombs at us. Trying to get that guy to come walking over. There we go. The other nice thing about going with a dex-based build is generally their swings are a lot quicker. So pretty easy to stun lock enemies. But beware, because enemies are also more than capable of stun locking you. Come back to where he is. Ah! There's one thing you will quickly learn in this game is that enemies do not care about whether or not double teaming you is fair or not. They just... whoa! That was close. They don't care about whether or not, hey, it's not fair to give you to double team, you know, they do not care. They'll just do it anyway. We'll come up here, get that. Kill that, we'll get that ROUS, that rodent of unusual size. If you'll pardon the Princess Bride pun, joke, whatever you call it. Here. Another message from somebody. What did they say? No, I don't. Not at all. This is not a build that will need a whole lot of. You. There we go. There's a cheeky backstab. Make sure there's nothing or nobody in here we can... nope. Fair enough. And generally, whenever there's a fog wall like that, it's referred to as. That's what we call it. Whenever there's a fog wall, generally there's going to be a boss behind it, but not always. So be prepared, you never know. Come up here. And there's a cheeky dragon. We'll have to worry about him eventually, but now is not the time for that. There's that guy there. There's a second guy, a third guy, and then some cheeky monkey up here trying to snipe us with arrows. Avoid those first three. Come up here, deal with him. And now you're free to dispatch with these guys. And if things get too hairy, there is a bonfire in that room directly ahead of us there. Ah, that dodge. No 2 for 1 sale. Like crossbow, which for my money is crossbows. I've never been able to use them effectively. Doesn't mean they're not good, but they're just not my cup of tea, as it were. Ah, see, that was that was someone else elsewhere in the game. Open that up. Come here. Pick up a wooden shield. Now, is it better than what we've currently got? Yes, it is. You can see it increases our physical damage reduction up to 93%, so we will most assuredly take that. It certainly looks better. It's got a it must be better. It's got a dragon on it, emblazoned on it, so there you go. Dragons are always best. Ah. Spearmen or anything with a shield of sorts like that, you either want to get behind them like I did, or you can, come on, there it is, kick them like that to break their guard. Now, one thing a lot of people probably miss on their first playthrough, this little staircase is down here. Now, there is going to be a There's going to be this cheeky little monkey. Generally, enemies at this early stage are dim-witted enough that you can just sneak up behind, you can just get behind them like that and give them what for. That's not always the case. Now, these guys attack like they're on amphetamines or something. And by that I mean they can attack really quickly, and if you're not prepared for it, there goes your health bar. I'm coming up here because, if I remember correctly, there is... Why am I not... There's that. Throwing knife, which is cool. Just need jumping on that. Is true, you do need to jump off to get to that. However, trouble with that is it's very easy to completely miss it. So we'll line this up just right. And tally ho. Oh, we made it. Come up here, see if there's anything worth, there's something. Ah, on the crossbow and some bolts. Okay, could jump down there, but the safer option would simply be to drop down here. Excuse me. Back up here. Here to our first merchant. One thing you'll learn is
well now, then you are a welcome customer. I trade for
one thing you will learn is that a lot of the messages you'll come across, people are rather cheeky in what they say. Let's see. Yeah, I'll go ahead and buy that just because bottomless box, that's basically our inventory. Repair box, residence, that we do want. And then, let's see. want something that's got... Oops. Heater shield. Oops, come on. That's got max physical reduction.
Why don't go and...
Not exactly the nicest gentleman, is he? Do I have any... Yes, I do. Now this guy also will give us the weapon that we will use pretty much for the entire game. The Uchi Katana, which for those who've played Final Fantasy VII, you'll probably be like me and realize, hey, that looks familiar. And you'll see why when we get it. But not only can we make it into a very powerful lightning weapon, we can also, it also has a bleed effect to it, which is very helpful. And as you saw, I sat down at the bonfire, enemies respawn, but that's okay. I wanted to do that so that I could get a little bit more experience, grind just a little bit. Let that guy tire himself out. Buddy jumped in? I don't think so. That's another thing, is certain enemies can use Estus flasks as well. This is fine. Missed me. Whoops, I didn't do that. Oh. I did not realize that. I did not realize this starting bandit knife gave, what do you call it, had, what am I thinking? Had bleed effect to it. Well, the repair box, I don't really care about the repair. I mean, I care about the repair box, but you can get it from other merchants as well. So we'll just dispatch this guy since he's here. We'll go ahead and come over here and...
Oh, still can go ahead. Never had.
Go ahead and get that shield from... that shield.
Okay. Thank you kindly.
Equip it, that way we have 100% physical. Now, to get the Uchi Katana, and I'm sorry, don't think ill of me, but you have to do this.
Ew! You've gone mad, have you? Oh, it's fine, me. It's Yulia.
There we go. And the nice thing about being the starting out with the bandit or the thief class is we automatically I need 14 strength too. Pooh. Forgot about that. Thought I had enough. You do have enough starting decks. You have 14. You start out with 15, which is what you want, but you're only at, was it 9 strength and you need 14. So I need to level up strength 5 times. That's okay. So we'll come in here because I'll go and pop this. That way we can... Okay. We can reverse our hollowing, as it were. And then, so we're human again. kindle the bonfire so it becomes more powerful, and doing so allows us to refill our Estus back up to 10. Because like I said, you start off with 5, and every time you activate a bonfire, it only allows you to refill up to 5. There is an item, like I said, that'll allow you to refill it up to 20, but that's always off. That is someone else in the game, but I don't want to. I'm not worried about summoning anybody right now, so we'll just come in here, and there is 1, 2. There's a third guy. So I mean, it's very... It's very easy to get overwhelmed if you're not paying attention, if you're not careful, if you're too greedy, as it were. Is that better? Not better, not better enough. That's not even a phrase, so I don't know what I'm on about. And here. And him. There's a guy right there. Come on. There. Now this chest here, you want to be careful. Whenever you come up to a chest, give it a swipe, give it a kick, swing your weapon at it, just to make sure it's not a mimic. If it's a mimic, you will be one-shot killed pretty much every time. I can comfortably guarantee that. Unless you happen to have high vitality and throw yeah, here we go. Grenade of our own. And grenade of our own again. Throw some knives at this guy. And he dead. Actually, we'll stay with the knives, because these 3 cheeky guys up here throwing grenades at us. Take them out from a distance. Don't have to worry about them throwing more grenades at us. And there we go. That. Up here. Another soul item for more experience. I thought that guy was still alive and trying to hang on somehow. Now, if you don't take the thief class take the thief class to begin with, you want to get the master key to open doors like this, or that, or if you don't get the residence key. But by doing so, you can come in here and, as I said, give it a cheeky little smack. Gold pine resin. This allows you to infuse your weapons with lightning damage if you don't already have lightning, if you don't already have your weapon infused with lightning to begin with. Ah, he shot me right in the shoulder. And again. So, kind of will give him what for. That was my fault for not. Oh! Okay. Well, that didn't work. Really? Wow. Okay. Titanite shards. Those are what you use, and their variants, to, not level up, but, strengthen your items. I couldn't even think of the word. We'll throw a cheeky knife at this guy. He'll come up and want to show us what we can do with our little pointy things. Him. Well, that one didn't do much damage, but it did get his attention, so that's how to do this. Oh. Okay. You can go down this way, and I'm just going to for a second, but a Black Knight, those guys are very tough, very powerful. Excuse me, and at low levels like this, they will take your health bar and take a chunk out of it like it's a Snickers bar. I want to come up here. You remember that boulder from the last video at the beginning? Well, this guy lights that thing on fire and does that. Ooh, that was close. No Estus for you. Oh, we got a longsword. Can we use that in the meantime? Let's see. No, we don't quite have enough strength for him. That's okay. That's okay. Now through there is a shortcut to a part of the game that is a couple videos away, maybe one video, we'll see. But there's also a very powerful enemy in there, and we're not going to mess with him right now. We might come back to him later. The only reason we'd want to fight him is for his armor and his ring, which greatly increases your maximum equip load. But we'll see. Let's actually run back to the bonfire and level up our strength to try to, if at all possible, I'd like to be able to have the Uchi Katana equipped and ready to go before the first boss proper. The Asylum Demon is best described as the tutorial boss. So let's see if we can get that. Okay, so we can only bump our strength up to 12, but that's okay. That'll allow us to at least use that broadsword, which is going to be more powerful. Or that longsword, excuse me. That will be more powerful than the dagger we currently have by a fair bit, actually. There. There. Go. Pardon me. Of course, there'll be these guys. Plus, as you can see, the longsword has much better range than the dagger did. It's very important. It's not so this guy see? Poor stamina management. And there you go, cheeky backstab. Right. Ah! Forgot he was there. Whoa! Whoa! Come on, Andrew, you're smarter than that. You knew that was coming. lure them in here so we don't have to worry about that sniper. Of course, I could have taken care of the sniper to begin with, but I just chose not to. Here, some barrels you could break for fun if you want to. There's no real point to them. Okay, and more barrels. Now this is going to be a boss, but not right from the off. Excuse me. What you do is you want to come here, turn around, climb up this ladder slowly. And try not to get hit by those cheeky little devils. Dodge him. Yep, they can dodge too. I want to clear them out because you are going to want to come back up there in a minute. That way I can very quickly apply the pine resin to my sword, which is good because the forthcoming boss, hint hint, is weak to it. And there he is. So you remember the drop attack, the dive attack we did on the Asylum Demon? Same basic concept here. He'll come close. You apply the pine resin, and boom, there you go. Takes up a good chunk of his health. And just like that, he's dead. First time you come up, you play. It might seem intimidating because of how narrow this is, and there's that gap over there that you can fall down, or there's that gap you can fall off this here little bridge and die. That's okay. He's actually a very straightforward boss once you've killed him a few times. Come up here. I don't think there's anything in the near vicinity that requires our attention. Come down here. Here, pine resin will wear off, and we can go ahead and actually take the pine resin off our quick bar. And here is a fan favorite character, Solaire.
Ah, hello. You don't look hollow, far from it. I am Solaire of Astora, an adherent of the Lord of Sunlight. Now that I am undead, I have come to this great land, the birthplace of Lord Gwyn, to seek my very own son. You find no need to hide.
Basically, by talking to him, you say yes, and he gives you the item that allows you to help other players elsewhere in the world. You use that, you put your marker down, someone can summon you into their game to help them out with something particularly difficult they need help with.
We are amidst the flow of time,
and vice versa.
The very fabric, there's no telling like you speak to summon, and of course we are not the only, but if you...
Now, by talking to him and starting this quest line, if you will, we can also in future boss fights, summon him to help us in those boss fights. In jolly cooperation, as he says. That we can't open just yet. That's okay. This is where it gets tricky. Straight ahead there, you probably can't see it, but there is a bonfire way there at the end. However, there's a problem. Because to get there, we have to somehow avoid that dragon. Because hooray for that dragon. Nope, we don't want to come here just yet. Came down those stairs. Take this. Ladder drops. And look, there's that bonfire from before. Good rest. Now we should be able to... Just need 14 strength. That's all the strength we'll add right now. And go ahead and open the fifth sun. There we go. And now we can use the Uchi Katana. Straight up, no problem. See? Just like that. Now we'll go ahead and move on. And I will try to get to that other bonfire, but I will do it off camera because more than likely I will die a few times trying to do it. So we'll not worry about it right now. If you have a bow and quite a few arrows, I think it's like 50, you can aim. And if you hit the dragon's tail enough, you get a very powerful sword that is pretty good for the beginning characters. But in all honesty, it's not all that. Not that it's not all that powerful. It's just there's very little use for it beyond this first. Excuse me. Beyond the opening parts of the game, and there's much better. There's much better items to begin with. See if I can... Yep, there he goes. You want to be careful running up here. I'm going to go ahead and make sure I have enough health because there are rats. Now, the trouble with these little things is they can add a poison effect and that can be very damaging very quickly. Even if you have your shield up, whenever an effect like poison or bleed or whatever is inherent to an enemy's attacks, you will take a bit. You will get a little bit of that effect. So, you want to be very careful. There we go. I don't know what that... Weird. I don't know what that noise was. Anyway. Okay. So there's the bonfire. If we can make it to that, if we can make it past that dragon, we can come down here. There's a lever somewhere. On either side, one of the sides of the gate. Opens up. We have a shortcut. But again, I'll worry about that shortly. Okay. You can see that boar, that giant critter back there, helmeted boar. Those things are very difficult to take out, unless you can get behind them. And if you can, great. But they generally don't allow you to remain back there unmolested for very long. They are very quick to turn around and get you away from them. Okay, I don't know what that is. Ooh. Okay, you know what? We'll go ahead and stop the video now while I figure out what that is, and we'll pick back up here shortly. In the meantime, I'm sorry for this one getting cut short. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you soon. Oh, wait. Maybe not. Let me move around a little. Okay. Well, whatever it was, it stopped. I don't know. I don't know what that was. Anyway. Oh, and yes, we came from that ladder. But if you go up that way, up those stairs, there's another one of those Dark Knight enemies up there, or Black Knight, Dark Knight, whatever. It can be very problematic. Not quite ready enough, not quite geared enough to handle it, so we won't worry about it. Try to get this guy to... Somebody rang the bell. The first bell, that is. Do I have any... No, I don't. I was hoping I'd have some firebombs or throwing knives or something, but I don't. That's fine. I'm going to do your basic one-hand thrust attack, so you don't accidentally get ahead of yourself and fall down. See, the boar already wanted to come give us what for. That's another shortcut. Now we want to go... There's some stairs down there. We want to do it without angering Mr. Tusky. So let's do this. Hopefully he won't do that. So now what we'll do is we'll wait for him to do that. Scarper come after us up there, and then he'll promptly fall down on top of us. He shouldn't. Yeah, he can't get to us from there, thankfully. Too big. I'm gonna come out here. Do that. Whoops. There we go. Lower them down. That guy will come make our acquaintance. Get rid of him. Forgot about that guy. Now, one thing that, as much as this game, as much as Dark Souls is a fun and a fantastic game, there are certain members of the community that there's an attitude, there's a rather toxic attitude in the community that if you do something, if you don't do something a specific way, or if you employ a certain type of strategy, then you're terrible and you suck and you shouldn't play video games or Dark Souls or video games at all. And that is if you one of those things is if you frequently use Estus. Now, if you need to play the game your way, if you don't want to use a whole lot of Estus, don't use a whole lot of Estus. If you want to make the game a bit more challenging for yourself, then by all means do so. Don't let anyone dictate how you play, and that's not what I'm trying to do with this video, with this Let's Play series either. I'm just giving you, just doing a Let's Play. I don't think there's anything over here. Generally, when there's a message in a corner like that, there's probably going to be something there. But a lot of times, like you saw there, liar ahead. People will call out erroneous messages. See, Mr. Tusky gave up trying to get to me, and just as well, he never would have in the beginning. No, Balder Knights. These guys can be a bit tricky if you don't. A little bit and No. Well, that's embarrassing. That is bloody embarrassing. Well, that's okay. Put us back here. I'll go ahead and stop the video here, and I will try to get across the bridge. excuse me, across the bridge that the dragon is guarding, and then we'll pick, and then assuming I do, we'll pick back up, and we'll move on to the next boss and the next portion of the game. In the meantime, please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and I will see you all soon.